Welcome everyone. Today we will find out the answer to a very important question. Will the former bad boys of Quidditch, now turned wholesome, reign the pitch with their wholesomeness, rainbows, unicorns, and love? Or will the bad Dwagons, a recently ascended team from the Triwizard Division, burn the pitch for the fire and take the victory? Find out soon on League 7 Season 3, the charmed season when we see, we witness, we watch Wholesome Comes, formerly Crazy Comes, versus the bad Dwagons. Welcome everyone. I hope you like that introduction. I'm Neo here, and I'm joined by the great, the GOAT, the only, the Robo 11. What's up, Robo? Homie, what's up? Hello, welcome.
What's going on with you, man? How you been?
All good, bro. And I'm super hyped about this Quidditch match. We're gonna see the return of Crazy Comes, well, now Wholesome comes to the pitch. How are you feeling about it, bro? Do you have great expectations about this match?
I definitely do, man. I think this is going to be a really good one to watch for sure.
For sure. And I feel like it's also a great test for the Bad Wagons. You know, they faced the Nimbus Nighthawks, which was already a really good test for them, you know, to see what they are made of to show up in the World Cup division. But now they have the tests of tests. Like if this was a homework, this would be the homework that you do last because you really like don't want to do it when they face Wholesome comes. So Robo, like any players in particular that you think that Wagons need to look out for? Like, let's go through the Wholesome Comes roster for a bit.
Well, honestly, this is a whole entire team of very capable players, right? And definitely, as you and I know from last night's showing, yeah, they are definitely a strong team to go ahead and go against. One player specifically that you really want to sit here and look out for is Mako. Mako is obviously one of or at least communicatively known as the king of beaters, right? And
Absolutely.
and definitely can he can definitely go ahead and uh disrupt a lot of things. Go ahead, whether it be chaser game or your seekers and or your other beater, right? So definitely want to go ahead and make sure that you're able to pin him down and allow for shade the other seeker to go ahead and try to 1v1 uh let's see, Rishi and whatnot. So
Absolutely. If there's anything that's not wholesome in Wholesome Comes, that's Mako right there. Those bludgers, those tackles, those hits, that relentless pursuit of the Seeker like a pit bull is definitely not as wholesome as the team's name would imply. So yeah, Shade, Green Black Seeker, if he plays as well, they have a huge challenge ahead of them. It will be interesting to see as well how Ashes of Amber, we saw her last season in Dry Wizard with the Hellfire Hogs. She was the Call of Duty beater, just racking up those kills, getting those eliminations. And it will be very interesting to see how she manages her time and attention on this match, because she usually alternates a lot between Chasers and Seeker. And I don't know if we may see her just fully focus Seeker on this one, Robo. Like, what do you think the Dwagons Peter should do on this predicament, so to speak?
honestly, I would sit here and honestly say go ahead and try to focus on keeping the beater off of their seeker, right? I.e., pinning down Mako at any opportune moment, whether if it be in a corner or if Mako is trying to set up somewhere to tackle the seeker. So definitely going ahead and pinning down that beater would definitely take part in them succeeding in this match.
Absolutely, and I don't want to forget about Angel, also the other beater for the Bad Dragons. She also cooks. She has the fire inside the Bad Ignis Angel. So whichever beater we see from the Bad Dragons, they are definitely going to have a tough matchup. But they also have the skills and the talent to just face off against the best beater, one of the best beaters for sure of the whole entire game, the entire community. Okay, let's go to chasers a bit. So we know the Bad Wagons definitely had some great pulls, chaser wise and roster wise. They have Pingu, they have Singularity, Lucky Sauce, Vic, Levy. Just a very solid and balanced chaser core, I would say. Any thoughts in the chaser game? They're going up against Prophecy, Shoni, Cardi, definitely high caliber chasers, some of the best in the game. So, what would you say would be the key on this one, Robo, if we're looking at the chasers?
Well, if I'm looking at the chasers, if I had to say so myself, Wholesome Comms has a very good defensive chaser gameplay, right? Um,
Yeah, for sure.
one of their well, some of the bad dragons have very. I know for a fact, Livy, also Lucas is definitely are two that I know that are very strong at scoring, and also Pingu as well, right? If they're
The
able to
dude,
go ahead and be able to score, definitely, I think they should be well off.
absolutely, absolutely. They have a really good chaser core as well. Both teams. Definitely, Libby has become a really good tackler. And Lucius and Pingu. Lucius is also a scorer, a goal scorer. So that pair, the golden duo of the Bad Dragons in offense, we will see how they manage, if they can put goals past count tails, and if they can, withstand the pressure of Prophecy, of Shoni, of Cardi, to Onella, maybe also a very good defensive chaser. Yeah, what are your thoughts in general? Like, Tuonela is a new chaser for this Wholesome Combs version of Crazy Combs. What are your thoughts about that player in particular?
Honestly, I think Tua was a really good pickup because we've seen somewhere in the past when the Wholesome used to be Crazy Comms and uh, their chaser core had a very strong attack, but as far as I think they just had not exactly a weak defensive chaser, but they've had I guess an improved, much more improved defensive chaser set once they picked up prophecy, right? And
Yeah,
now that skinny for them is gone, they definitely have more than likely have Cardi and prophecy up top going ahead and scoring, while Tuanella is very good at defensive chasing. She can definitely get those tackles and get that ball back. Doesn't matter where it is, where it's at, Tua's going to more likely get it.
absolutely. And Robo, I have to do this. I'm reading that your birthday is tomorrow. Is that so, my goat?
This much is true. This much is true.
Well,
Tomorrow
let
is my
me be the
birthday.
first one to happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robo, my pimp. Happy birthday to you. Dude, I hope you have a great day, bro. Hope you're pimping it up. You're having a great time, and yeah, thank you for the notice, Time Twister Drew. Here we celebrate the birthdays for sure. Let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay.
Yes, we saw the teams going into World Cup Sunset, which is a banned map. So they bloody hell, they got the hell out of there, and now they're gonna queue again, and we'll see which map we get. Um, yeah, so get ready. We're gonna see a really good matchup here. I feel like being the bad Dwagons, they come off of a win against Nimbus Nighthawks. I feel like this would be, if they win, that would be a huge morale boost. But if they lose, I think they shouldn't take it too hard, because really, like, Wholesome comes, even though Dogs isn't there anymore, Skin is not there anymore, they are still a goated team, right, Robo?
Indeed. You know, keep in mind they've won both seasons of League 7 these past, what, I forget, however many months, right? These past two seasons. So it definitely
Yeah.
be if anything, it's not really a loss, it's more or less a learning experience, right? So
Absolutely. And we are loading into Durmstrang. We will see if we play it out. If this is a banned map, some teams ban it because of performance issues. We will see if these teams have banned it, or if they will play it out. We'll find out really soon. I think we may play it. I'm not seeing any bloody hell. We see Angel on beater for the Dwagons. That's very important. And yes, it seems that we are going to play it. So lock in, everyone. Grab your popcorn, grab your soda, grab your beer, grab your Coke, as in Coca Cola. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're seeing the bad Dwagons versus Wholesome comes. And Pingu grabs the waffle. He makes a pass. And they're going on the attack. But they get tackled. Tuonela gets it. And now she's going on the attack. Wholesome comes, is wasting no time with prophecy, going for a score. We will see if Beastman can get it, but Pingu grabs the quaffle. The usually offensive chaser is now on defense against this behemoth of a team, and now the tackles are going left and right as Beastman gets it, and they can cool off a bit. Robo, we're seeing a lot of intensity on Chaser. We saw another tackle. This is going insane so far.
yeah, definitely, man.
And a Waffles going back and forth to both sides of the pitch. Beastman gets it. He gets it out. We will see which team can score the first goal as Livy grabs the Waffle. She does her semicircle. She likes doing circles, but she gets tackled again. Prophecy, no score so far. Luki gets it again. He may get tackled, and he gets tackled. Oh my god, the tackles are going all over the place, guys.
Yeah, this is definitely insane.
Definitely, we've talked about offense a lot, but both of these teams have really amazing defensive chasers as well, like, right? Like, everyone can tackle.
Yeah, so it's looking really nice out here. It looks like they're just a whole bunch of screaming banshees all over the pitch right now.
Hell yeah, and the Screaming Banshees, they are going for the score with Shoni. Is Wholesome comes, gonna score, but he gets tackled again. Oh my god, Pingu going back. We usually see him next to the red hoops, but now he's working on defense, and the Chasers are tied. This is amazing as Rishi has an advantage and a lead over Shade and Angel. We will see if Lucky can get the first score, and he gets it in. He gets it in. The Bad Dwagons are winning 10-0 against Crazy Combs, with the Chaser Course putting up a hell of a fight, and the game's still open, Robo. Anything can happen so far.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, one thing that you definitely want to go ahead and keep track of as a chaser right now is that meter. That secret meter is very important because especially when, either what time in the score and when not to, right? Like
Absolutely.
right here.
And let's just say that so far, the only team that has scored is the Bad Wagons, which is a great thing to say, and I jinxed it. I apologize for the caster jinx, but Prophecy gets it in, and now the match is 40-10 as Rishi catches that snitch, and Wholesome comes is winning by 30 points. But what a great performance, though, by the Bad Wagons Chasers. They are definitely putting up a hell of a fight, Robo.
They're out here just going back and forth with a quaffle. And it's really nice seeing that, right? Going ahead and it's just straight up intensity all over the place.
Yes, and intensity is something that this match is showing a lot for sure. And now we see Shoni trying to score and he rims it. Shout out to the Rim Reapers. Shoni gets it again. He may go for the score once more. We will see if they can get it, but Levy gets the tackle and the Chasers of the Bad Wagon are going insane, but Prophecy gets it back. This is a match full of tackles. Prophecy gets it in to make it 50-10, and the tackles are going left and right. I don't know if I've ever casted a match with that many tackles. This is insane.
Definitely, they're just hammering each other right now. It's, it's pretty nice. It's pretty good to see, honestly. You like to see a lot of violence on the pitch, especially when going in just playing with your heart, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like the intensity, the violence, the punches, the tackles, the bludgers are there. And this being a bloodbath for sure, tackle wise at least. And now Libby gets it. She makes the pass. Lucky may go for the score. Goat kisses. We will see if he can get it. He makes a pass. And Pingu, he's going to make me say no, no. No, he tries a bounce shot and it doesn't go in. And now Wholesome comes, he's on the attack. We will see if they're gonna share their wholesomeness with Beastman and put it in the hoop. He goes for the shot and he whiffs it. It doesn't go in, and we see an emote. He is hearing something. He is showing his muscles. Shoni is working out as his chaser teammates put on the work a bit. He flexes those muscles, and they don't score. Okay, yeah, we saw a bit of emoting in there. Um, but I feel the Bad Wagons have to put up a bit more pressure on Seeker too, right, Robo? Like they're not on the lead right now.
Definitely gonna go ahead. They're gonna have to score two and also put a lot more pressure on Rishi and Mako right now.
Absolutely. And the bars are getting a bit closer. As we mentioned, the pressure was super important. 1 minute and 39 seconds. The game's still open. If the Dwagons can get a score in, and they get it in, Newt Newt, Bingo gets it in. Now the match is 60-20, and we will see if Richie catches his niche, the match is as good as over. But if Shade or is it Grim that Seeker haven't seen yet, but if they get the snitch, if the Bad Wagons catch it, anything can happen and we could go to overtime. But Richie seems to be very secure, going very comfortably against the snitch. Is he gonna charm it? I think he's gonna charm it. He charmed the snitch, and that makes it 90-20 for Wholesome Combs. And despite a good fight, I feel like this match is a close story, Robo.
This is this was this is yeah, and that's it. Popsy ends the game with that really nice shot. So yeah, definitely a game to say, right? It was definitely a lot of violence out there. A lot of heart was shown, in my opinion. It was just a whole lot of things going on. You just see tackles back to back to back, right? You see the quaffle on one hand. Okay, cool. All of a sudden, Tuo has the quaffle. Oh no, Livy has a quaffle. No, wait a minute, Lucas has a quaffle. Definitely, it's been definitely a lot of back and forth on that quaffle game. But obviously, wholesome comms were able to just go ahead and finish. You know, so
Absolutely. And, I know that people say this, but truly, truly, the Bad Dwagons should feel proud for the fight they put on. Chaser wise, it was incredible. The Seeker bars were also pretty close most of the time. But I would say that Chaser wise, what a heck of a fight. What a heck of an exchange of tackles going left, right, and center. Everyone got tackled at least a couple times, and that is very hard against these coded teams. So we will see if the Bad Wagons make any change roster wise or in their strategy. We could see Green Black Seeker. We could see Singularity, maybe Vic. We could also see Ashes of Ember on Beater. We will see if there is a roster change, but that chaser fight for the first half of the match, definitely, probably, no, definitely one of the best I've seen in regards to the tackles and how close it was. Like, only the Bad Wagons scored, or was it Crazy Combs? But there was just one score for the first like 3 minutes of the match or something like that. It was pretty awesome to witness.
yeah, that was it was really nice to see. It was really nice to see just you know, essentially uh even chaser play with especially with tackles mainly concerning. And then a couple of things that the Bad Dragons, I guess, that I've seen is just finishing and actually either getting up to the hoops and then actually finishing their shots, right? So and obviously we've seen that wholesome were able to go ahead and do that. So if dragons can make up those minor mental mistakes and then go ahead and just finish, they should be well in the fight.
Yeah, and if you look at Wholesome Com's logo, you see that little unicorn, kind of like pony looking, all cute with a rainbow and stars and pink or fuchsia or whatever hair. You wouldn't imagine that the team itself can dish out so much violence on the pitch. We saw a lot of tackles, we saw a lot of bludgers, we saw a lot of everything in there. And the Bad Wagons, of course, menacing as always. Um, Definitely Seeker is super important. I feel like the Bad Wagons absolutely need to focus on one stitch. Like, they have to say, like, okay, we're going for the first one or the second one, preferably the first, probably, but they have to go all out. Like, the chasers have to support Shade or Green Black Seeker so they can get that catch, and then they can just focus on chaser game that was really close most of the time. I do feel that, playing with a team against a team like Wholesome Comes, you have to withstand that pressure for the entirety of the 7 minutes. And I feel it gets progressively harder as the minutes go on to just be able to, put a stop to the onslaught that their chasers can dish out. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. And any key players, Robo, that you think may impact the game on game two, like for any of the teams?
Well, definitely Shade and also Angel on the Bad Wagons, right? They are definitely to me like those main three are essential linchpins of their gameplay. Don't get me wrong, their chaser core is extremely strong, but I feel like those three can really, if those three really coordinate together in some type of way, they can definitely get Rishi and Mako down if they're not paying enough attention, right? And definitely can secure at least one snitch.
Absolutely. I would also say that Beastman had a really good performance, especially in the first few minutes of the match. He stopped some quaffle goals. There were also some whiffs, but yeah, definitely the keepers also have to be super locked in. Every shot they stop is going to be essential, especially in the Bad Wagon side of the equation, because Wholesome comes, the chaser core is so good that you just know they're gonna get shots against you, right? Like they're gonna get definitely a good amount of shots against your team. So in that sense, definitely defense is gonna be super important for the bad wagons if they wanna take game two. And who knows? I would love for this series to go to game three, Robo. What are your thoughts? You wanna see that game three nail biting action?
Honestly, I would love to see them go ahead and go to a game three. I'm telling you right now, if they go to a game three right now, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, regardless of the fact.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a very charming third match. We are in League 7, Season 3, the Charm season. We saw yesterday Wholesome comes going up against the Aska Bangers, and they got a win. They started the season on the right foot, on a good footing. We will see if they get their second win in a row against the Bad Dwagons. The Bad Dwagons is also coming off on a win against the Nimbus Nighthawks, so we will see which team can take this one, can take the win. And shout out to Berkin, who is writing in chat. Berkin, long time no see, my dude. One of the really good Quidditch players that played a lot back in the day. Good to see people coming back. We've seen Tux coming back, Shoni coming back. A lot of these players that retired, Robo, are coming back in droves.
The game definitely has had its ups and downs, more downs than ups, unfortunately. But a lot of us still love this game, and we still play it regardless of the fact, right? And we're still going to go ahead and make the most of it because, at least for me, I'm personally loved Harry Potter, and I remember playing the first World Cup game, or yeah, the World Cup game, and it was awesome. I always wanted it to be multiplayer, and now we have it, and now we're playing it, right? So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this was definitely a dream game for a lot of us. As soon as we found out that Quidditch existed, in the books, I'm pretty sure that everyone thought, bro, I would love to play Quidditch as a video game, or just, just an amazing concept. And yeah, that's why we're here to enjoy some high quality Quidditch. Also, shout out to Oof. I saw that Oof wants to come back as well. I'm pretty sure yeah, Oof is a really good goal scorer chaser. He played in the Knockout Vampires, and I think he was previously in Hazy Dementors, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a lot of familiar faces as we load into the match. Weasley, Burrow, Cloudy, but the fire will remove the clouds as we're gonna see game two of the Bad Wagons versus Wholesome Comes, the dragons versus the unicorns, and we are gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We start with the kickoff, and we will see who gets the waffle first. It seems to be Wholesome Comes with Tuonela. She stays back as she usually plays defensive chaser, but now she's going forward and passes it to Prophecy, who passes it to Shoni. Beastman is there waiting, and he gets it in. Shoni opens the score with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left, and Crazy Comes came out swinging, Robo.
Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, so they were definitely trying to pass up that quaffle upfield and go ahead and Shoney's down now by Ashes of Amber. But yeah, so yeah, just definitely going ahead and just passing up that quaffle, getting it downfield, scoring 10 as fast as possible. Definitely a lot of a good bit of momentum right there. And now we see and Shoney
Oh, and
scores
Shoni
again.
scores
I
again,
believe.
and we see Ashes of Amber getting those eliminations early. The Call of Duty beater, she gets eliminations. Her kill death ratio is insane. And we also see that the Bad Wagons are on a snitch lead. Angel is also a really good beater, but sometimes it's just the matchup that can turn things around, against different teams, against different seekers. Some beaters are more suited than others. And Ashes of Amber is definitely making an impact so far as the snitch bar is in the lead for the Bad Wagons, and Big is going into the score. She gets it in. Big gets it in past Countess, and now the score is 20-10. And the Bad Wagons are on their way to attempt to take game two. This may happen, Robo.
It just might for sure. Yeah, definitely a good time to score for them. Or actually, no, a bad time to score because they were going ahead and just trying to figure out to where. Oh, never mind. I can't remember what I was about to say.
Oh, good, oh, good. We saw Ashes of Amber take down Macoon. The Pitbull of Wholesome comes. The Pitbull went down, and the Stitch Bars are super close. If the Bad Dwagons lock it in, if they concentrate, if they help their Seeker, they may get this catch. As Pig goes against Countess, she may get it in. We see Rishi trying to get that snitch. He's charming that one. But Daddy Dwagon, also known as Shade, also known as Shade, is going also for the snitch. He's charming it a bit more. The snitch bar is in favor of the Bad Dwagons, but Rishi is gonna get bludgered. He dodges it. Countess is ready for the kick as Prophecy gets it in, making it 30-10, making the snitch essential for the Bad Dwagons, who are on the lead. Daddy Dwagon, the father of the dragons, the founder of the dragons, is going for that snitch with all he has. But Rishi is gonna say no. He's gonna try to get a bump in. He goes for the bump, he gets it in. He gets that bump. The catch is super close. We're gonna see who charms that snitch. We're gonna see if Ashes of Amber can take Rishi down. We're gonna see if Rishi can bump again because Daddy Dwagon is in the lead. Shade is in the lead. He dodges Beastman. He's going for the catch. Daddy Dwagon is going for the catch as well. We don't see him. They miss the tackle. Rishi's going in and he gets it. He
Hmm,
gets the catch to make it 60-10. And Wholesome comes get a huge advantage off of this. They were so close, Robo. Damn. They were really close.
Definitely very close.
We
Yeah,
didn't
that,
see Shade's POV, but he was probably getting like pummeled, right? Like chasers probably punching him and stuff.
yeah, definitely. A little bit towards the catch. I saw that his meter went down, so that's possibly because he got tackled by Mako. And in those situations, it's very high pressure. It's very much going ahead and saying like, where is everybody? Everybody's going to not only try to hit you, right, to prevent you from getting 30 points on their team, right? It's just, essentially just people really I guess just all six minds coming together and just, just straight up saying, yeah, we have to get this snitch no matter what. No matter what. Doesn't
Absolutely. The
matter.
team synergy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. When it's time, the entire team has to lock in on that goal of just getting that snitch. And they were super close, but it didn't happen. As now we see Shoni taking the quaffle, and Prophecy is gonna go on the attack. Luke is close to him, so is Pingu. The two offensive chasers are going on defense because against these goaded chasers, everyone has to go on defense for sure. And Diga Pony is playing Rocket League, and then bottom right, yeah, Pony, like the Pony Wholesome comes, we are gonna see what Shoni is doing. He's keeping possession and going backwards, so he gets slapped by Ashes of Amber. His little play didn't work, and now Prophecy is going on the attack. We're gonna see if Beastman can stop this. He does stop it, and the Bad Dragons are fighting tooth and nail to win this as Pingo goes down, and Lucky is having to face the world alone with Big on the back. He gets it again. He's going for the score. We'll see if he can get it against Countstails. Big on the left. He goes for it as he whiffs it. And yeah, the stage bars Robo, they're a bit towards Wholesome comes now.
Yeah, so watching from here, it's looking very close. Hopefully, Shay can definitely go ahead, or Daddy Dwagon can go ahead and get a bump in to either not only prevent Rishi from catching, but definitely uh, get in favor of his meter as well.
Yes, and the catch is coming. It's super close. The snitch charm, the charmed snitch. Rishi's going in. He may get it unless he gets bumped,
And there it
but he
is.
gets the catch 90-10. And Wholesome comes once again, just unleashes an onslaught against the Bad Dragons. But once more, Robo, it has been a close match. Like, this is one of those matches, you know how in sports they say the scoreboard didn't really reflect how close it was. I would say that this is like the poster boy match for that statement.
Yeah, definitely. Scores, like they matter, yes, but when it comes down to actual content of the game and like what actually happened and went down, you can just really just look and just see that, it really was a close game, but the scores may not reflect that.
and Shoney gets it in to make it 100-10 for Wholesome comes. The unicorns, the ponies, the horses, they win the match with Rishi in his usual pink attire, a diva seeker. No, he's not a diva, but he looks like one. But they get it in. The Wholesome comes now has 2 wins in the World Cup division, and they are undefeated so far. But let's not forget about the Bad Dwagons. A huge shout out to them, huge claps for them. They put up an amazing fight, and they should be proud of their performance against one of the toughest teams in Quidditch. Coming off of this match, Robo, if you're the in the Bad Dragons, what were your conclusions? Like so far, like what do you think about this whole series for them?
If I were a bad dragon right now, I would really go ahead and just say like this was honestly a great game because uh the snitches were close. The chaser game may not exactly been close, but with everything just going back and forth, taking a quaffle back and forth, it's definitely something that I would personally be proud of. Just going ahead and being able to compete, especially with two-time league winners, right? So
Sure. Absolutely. I fully agree with that. The performance by the Bad Dragon was really, really good. They should be proud of that performance. And I would say that this match has shown that they have to work on details, just small details, strategy wise, team synergy, when to help Seeker, maybe. And they are this close, they were super close in a lot of stretches of the game to just being on the lead. So, yeah, Bad Dragons, congratulations on a great performance and keep it up. This is double round robin. Let's remember that. So we will see this matchup again, and it's going to be super interesting to see what happens in part two in the sequel of this match. Oh, but stay tuned because we have another banger of a match waiting for us, as we will see Dumbledore's Quidditch Club taking on the returning legends and some of the current goals as well. Some really good players. They came back from the iceberg, they came back from the North Pole, and we are talking about, of course, Thin Ice with Yukio, with Tugs, with Flyrish, with Denji, the mentor Chintasu, just Banthanor, the return of Banthanor, and also of Jay Moller. I don't know if we will see him today, but they are on the roster. And Robo, what are your thoughts about Thin Ice returns?
oh man, then Ice returning. Uh, I personally never got to go ahead and play against the Ice season one, but from what I can recall, they definitely had some hitters on there where they are very intense for sure. So
Absolutely.
definitely definitely but the new Thin Ice is definitely looking almost as just as good as season one Thin Ice, in my opinion.
For sure. And we know how Yukio, Banthanor, and Jay Moller are a historic trio in Quidditch. They used to be the undefeated champions of a lot of events like Wafflemania. There was also a tournament, I think even in the playtest, if I'm not mistaken, but there was a tournament that they won as Harry Potter. That was the name of their team. They also won that one, and they are just amazing players in their own right. Now they come back on a renewed Thin Ice with some new blood, like Flyrish, formerly a Wingardium. Shout out to my previous seasons. Peter, also a goated chaser. Chintasu, Denji, that power couple. And shout out to Denji as well, former teammate in PHX. Lena, Tux, the mentor. Just a lot of talent in that roster, Robo.
Definitely. Just straight, just a lot of hitters out there, man. Just going ahead and just you have on Thin Ice, you have a lot of people who can go ahead and make plays for sure, but definitely they're definitely going to be a tough one to go ahead and face and beat.
For sure, but let's not discount DQC, Dumbledore's Quidditch Club, the merger of Dumbledore's Army and Revenant's Quidditch Club, who has the captain OTPHJ, who definitely has his team, has had a lot of scrims, training, just drills, and he's definitely keeping them on point for this match. They also have some goaded keepers in Skipper, CompuGamer, and a really good chaser and seeker core with Saffron, Tea Dreams, Dynamite Cop, or Dynamite Ankle Breaker, as he goes by now. One Warden, one of the old, really amazing players who made a return this season. And of course, Jagar, Chad, and Groovy Games. Another, one would say, star-studded roster here, Robo. Like, we know these players and how good they are, right?
Right. Form like back before I made the transition to Basketbangers, I used to be on DQC, and definitely one of the star players for sure is CompuGamer. CompuGamer is obviously one of the maybe not a well-known keeper, but definitely if you ever gotten kicked, then you will know who he is for sure, right? And
Absolutely.
he and definitely just one of those players to where he can definitely make plays on seekers, i.e. kicking them. And if anything, he will get a chase. He will more than likely get a chaser down with a kick today. At least that's what I'm expecting to see.
Yeah, CompuGamer is a goaded seeker kicker. We will see how he does against whoever seeks for Thin Ice. They have some options like Yukio, Denji himself, the mentor. We will see who goes. Even Tux can seek. And also here, the mentor is asking who TF is Groovy Games. Well, Groovy Games is a player who started on the Basilisk Brewers, then went on to the Knockout Nifflers, I think, then went on to play in the Knockout Reapers. No, the Grim Reapers. Yes, there we go. I'm getting mixed up in my head. And now she's playing here in DQC Groovy Games. Oh, she was in the Squires. Yeah, okay, it was super close, all right? Come on, guys. Bro, I bet no one knew that she was in the Basilisk Brewers, okay? Oh, Rishi stole yeah, Rishi dismantled the Nifflers. So shout out to Rishi for slaying an entire team by dismantling it. Um, but yeah, Groovy Games, quite a good player. She is now playing Chaser and Keeper, Robo. I don't know if you've seen some of Groovy's Keeper games. She's doing quite well.
Yeah, she definitely is. She's definitely good at predicting chaser movement and placement shots, and definitely good at disrupting those as well. So definitely creeping on a come up, as some might say.
For
And then we
sure.
have
And we have
Jigard in the chat.
Jager in the chat. Shout out to him. He's about to go up against some really good seekers and beaters. And he says FTP. Jager always asking you to explain what that means because, for the new people joining the stream, they don't know what FTP is. But yeah, good luck, homie. Good luck to both teams. It's going to be a hell of a game. Um, and Ro, I don't know any key decisions strategy wise regarding the snitch for any of the teams? Like, how do you face the goats at Thin Ice? Even though Dumbledore's has also amazing players, they are going up against definitely a stacked team.
Definitely are. One thing that I would personally recommend on, playing against Thin Ice is making sure that obviously you keep Flourish down as a keep Flourish's beater down. Once you're able to shut that down and go ahead and let Jagard do what he does on Seeker, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great, right? He's going to go ahead and fight 1v1 and just making sure that he not only ensures that snitch, or definitely ensuring that snitch, but just going ahead and, just really communicating with chasers and going ahead and making sure that pressure is there. That's the main thing to do, in my opinion.
Absolutely, pressure is gonna be the name of the game on this one. Whoever is gonna keep for Thin Ice is definitely also a good seeker kicker. Whether it's Yukio, whether it's Stux, whether it's Lina, they can definitely get some kicks in, some drop kicks on that seeker, but also CompuGamer. We mentioned his uncanny ability to just, put his foot on our faces as seekers. I think that we are quite acquainted with his feet, Robo, right? Like we've both felt that power on us, CompuGamer.
Yes, definitely. His kicks very much do hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Also, Skipper is also a really good kicker as well. He can definitely surprise, just come out of nowhere and just be like, "Hey, bow," just go ahead and
For
flick you
sure.
upside of the forehead with a foot.
Yeah, and it's also going to be quite the bitter battle as we have OTPHJ, a really good beater. We saw him have some really amazing duels last season against Jim Dones, against I think he may have played against Flourish himself, not sure, maybe Airy, but we've seen him play against some really good beaters and just against ADHDs, and he also had like a really good duel last season. And now he may go up against Flyrish. I think that is the main beater in the lineup. Yukio can also beat, Tugs can also play beater, Denji as well, but it will probably be a duel of OTPHJ versus Flyrish. And I think that we're gonna see a lot of bloody bads on this series, Robo.
It's gonna be a lot of violence out there, and I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be a violent one, and yeah, everyone's going like, hmm. So, well, regarding chasers, though, what do you make of these chasers lineups? They both have some really good chasers. If I would have to say something, is that probably DQC has the players that have been playing chaser the most as their main role, whereas Thin Ice has some players who have also are really good chasers but have adapted to the role. Like it's not their only main role. Like Denji, seeker main that can play chaser. Panthanor used to be a keeper, can also play chaser. Pasawen as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that influences the game.
Yeah, definitely will be. I was playing threes earlier and I ran into Banthanor and I was like, oh, he has to be washed, right? No, he cooked me.
That's
Absolutely.
crazy comes.
He absolutely
It's
he
crazy
absolutely
comes.
cooked me. I won't lie. Come on now. And then and then you also, on thin ice, you also have Jintasu, who I personally think is a really good chaser. Definitely, especially when it comes down to defense, offense, all over the pitch. No matter where she is, she's gonna make some plays out there.
Yeah, the community think that Chintazu is really good, and I still think that she's a bit underrated. Like she can score on anyone, and she's also a really good tackler. So her influence and impact in the game is definitely going to be important, as she is going to try to get scores in on CompuGamer or Skipper. We will see which of the keepers is going to play on this one. But they also could have. Tugs, Yukio, Pasawen on Chaser, Denji. It's gonna be they have a lot of options as well. So, but let's not forget that Saffron, T Dreams, Chad, Groovy, Warden, Dynamite, they can also put up a fight. So we may see a situation like last match, the Dwagons versus Wholesome comes. We may see a tackle bloodbath as well, Robo.
From personal experience, I can tell you Saffron Jolly can go ahead and can somehow find me on the pitch when I'm seeking and definitely just get in my head and hit me a lot. And it's kind of crazy too. So definitely want to go ahead and watch out for him on the pitch for sure. And in T Dreams, he's definitely a good scorer. And we're about to go ahead and get loaded up into here. You want to take a
Yeah,
look?
we are loading in on Ilber Morny, Flyrish's favorite map. I don't like the announcer, but the map is quite cute. It's gonna be the stage for this amazing match between Thin Ice and DQC for League 7 Season 3, the Charm Season. And buckle up, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! DQC versus Thin Ice. We're gonna see if the ice melts or if the QC is the one taking a hit on this one as the match starts frantically and Banthanor gets the quaffle, the old goat as a keeper now scoring a goal to make it 10-0, and the snitch lead is also for Thin Ice right now. Thin Ice has come out swinging, Robo.
Yeah, those those first 10 points are very important to where you just want to go ahead and make sure that you get your 10 and go ahead and be able to focus on that secret game as much as possible. And then we get
And
a score
speaking
by
of
Tad.
10, Chad is my dad. The Chad of Q6 scores to make it 10 to 10. We are even on Chaser game, and the stage bars are also getting super close. He gets tackled. I think Jaegard got tackled, so now Thin Ice has an advantage. Bantanor gets the quaffle again. He's trying run away towards the hoops. We will see if he tries to get that score. He's doing some crazy turns, and he goes for the score, and he gets it in. Banthanor making it 20 to 10. And let's just say that a lot of people definitely thought that Banthanor may be a bit rusty because he wasn't playing a lot, but he's showing up, right? He is definitely showing up.
Showing up and showing out for sure, making sure to prove himself out here, or at least to show these people that yeah, he's still here, right?
Absolutely. And right now, Toxic has the quaffle. The snitch lead is clearly in favor of Thin Ice. DQC, OTP, they have to lock in. They have to get that pressure into the Seeker. They have to get some tackles in if they want to get the snitch. But they go for the goal, and Saffron J. Saffron gets it in, and he makes it 20 to 20. The UFC fighter, the MMA fighter, fights on the pitch and puts a score in for DQC. And we see that Banthanor is playing quite the important role in the chaser game of Thin Ice, right, Robo? He really is getting the ball a lot and going for scores and passes, but he's making a lot of plays on this one.
It's like Banthanor is very elusive out here, just in going ahead and making sure that he's getting the ball to his players or scoring it himself. Yeah, definitely a good chaser. Gameplay watching right here.
And Compu says no more and eliminates Banthanor, but now the Seeker race is super close. Denji versus J-Guard, Flyrish versus OTP, Lina versus Compu Gamer. We will see which team can charm this snitch in Season 3, the charmed season. And now J-Guard is way closer to the snitch than Denji is, but his bar is higher. He's gonna go for a secure catch, probably waiting for a turn. He's going in. He may go for it. We'll see if J-Guard can get a bump. He gets it. I don't know if he got it. I don't think he got it. Now Denji's going for the catch, but the bludger makes him dodge. He has a 100% meter and he gets it in. Denji makes it 50 to 20 for Thin Ice, and the ice is not melting, Robo.
Definitely isn't. Denji was definitely able to go ahead and stay up out of Jagard's range to where he obviously wasn't able to get bumped, right? And then they were definitely Thin Ice was definitely hammering on Jay to make sure that he's not able to come back from that.
And I think Banthanor heard you mention that when you found him, you thought he could be watched because he is showing up, dude. He scored once again and is proving that the rust is not there, that he is ready to bang on the World Cup division. As J-Guard is really low on HP, we see Flyrish going for a tackle, but he misses. He gets kicked as well. J-Guard really low on HP. He really has to stay alive if they want to go for this niche, if they want to get it. But I would also say, Robo, it was super close. Reminded me of the Dwagons versus Wholesome Coms game, where it was just like really close, like they're putting up a fight, but in the end, the stack team, so to speak, they just got the result. They got the sin.
Definitely keeping up that pressure on enemy seekers, especially in those very critical moments, and just absolutely essential.
Absolutely. As OTP gets an elimination on Flyreach, huge elimination to let J-Guard be a bit more chilled on that pathing, on that snitch pathing, and focus on bumping Denji. The snitch bars are still close, but a bit of a lead maybe towards Thin Ice. OTP putting in the work. He eliminated Flyrish already. We'll see if he can get an elimination or some tackles on J-Guard to get that snitch lead. As Banthanor, as we have seen a lot of times in the match, is going with the waffle towards CompuGamer. Is he going to score again? Is he going to score again? He gets it in. Another amazing score, and that's a platinum for Banthanor. Multi-kill, ultra kill. He's cooking, Robo.
Definitely is. Yeah, I think he might have heard me for sure because he's out here frying. He's frying Compu Gamer up right now, especially with these shots.
Yeah, he was like, "Say what? I'm not washed, bro. I'm gonna show up," and he is showing up as Groovy Games. Groovy gets a score in, and she puts her name in the scoreboard, making it 80-30 for Thin Ice. The stage bars are the lead is for Thin Ice, but they are still kind of close. A couple of tackles could make up for that disadvantage that DQC has right now. As Groovy Games is going for another score, we will see if she can get it in. Bantanor is trailing her, and no, she cannot score. Thin Ice gets the catch of that quaffle, and now Denji is going for the catch as well. Jaeger low on HP, he's 1 HP. A bomb would kill him, a chaser tackle would kill him, even just blowing on his face would kill him, and he's staying alive so far. The bars are close, but Tux scores another goal and makes it 90-30 as Denji is gonna charm the snitch. He's going for the charm, the snitch charmer. He's going in, but he goes wide, trying to wait for a secure moment, and gets hero kicked in the process. But he will get that catch with 10 seconds left. He may get it. Yeah, he gets it in to make it 120-30. Thin Ice, just they are not Rusty Robo. I can tell you that they are, you know.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely showed up and showed out today, or at least this game, right? So this was definitely something intense. Definitely.
I can tell you this. I'm pretty sure that, in the first season, Thin Ice versus Crazy Combs was one of the main attractions of the season for sure. And I think this is going to be the case on this one as well. That match is going to be amazing. But DQC also put up a fight. They got an elimination on Flyrish. They got some scores in. Groovy Games got some scores in. Chad got a score in. I think all their chasers, Saffron as well, got a score in. So they have shown that they can get scores in. OTP eliminated Fly as well. So we are once again in a case where they can do the damage. They just need to take it all the way.
Yeah, once, one important thing that uh that's important as a chaser will as chaser should potentially look out for is where's my seeker at, should I be scoring right now, right? And I don't think that really affected Jagar too much, but definitely one of those things to where is it the opportune time to score and whatnot, but definitely obviously for Thin Ice it was always a good time to score, right? So
Yeah, just a second. I just want to get a disclaimer in. For the dirty minded in chat. Yeah, I did say blowing on his face. That's probably not the most fortunate phrasing, but obviously I meant air, right? Like, if you blow air at someone and they die, it's because they had a 1 HP. So, yeah, it's definitely a moment. But don't be dirty minded, guys. Come on, let's step up as a community and do better. I can talk myself out of it, yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, come on, guys, don't be dirty minded. But yes, we saw a really good match, a really good match of
next time
of
you say
Quidditch.
sneeze on him, just sneeze on him. He'll go down and sneeze on him.
Yeah, sneeze, bro. Yeah, but I was going fast, bro. I was going fast, and I was thinking blowing air, and it just came out as blowing.
Nah.
But yeah, we saw a really good Quidditch match, high quality, right? Like I would definitely say that these two teams are showing some super high quality Quidditch. And any thoughts on what DQC has to do on game two, Robo? Like anything you would maybe focus more on Seeker, something like that. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
So, from if I were DQC right now, I would be looking at going ahead and putting a lot more pressure on Beater. And just going ahead and ensuring that Flourish isn't able to have his way on the pitch with tackles on Jay, and then hopefully they're able to go ahead and just go ahead and immobilize Flourish to go ahead to just to make sure that everything should be fine, right? but definitely leave it, and then hopefully it'll leave Jagar to go ahead and 1v1 Dingy, or actually, yeah, to go ahead and 1v1 their other seeker, right? So definitely that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, that seeker game is gonna be essential in game two. And also a shout out to Out of Mana Potions, also one of the one of the old really good players of this game. She was a beater back in 3v3 days, definitely a good part of the community, and she must be really happy about Bantanor's gameplay this game. Like I said, this has been definitely a presentation card for Bantanor, getting a plat medal, 5 scores against TQC. And I don't know if people expected that out of him. Like we all know, he's a really goated player. He used to be the keeper goat. And now he's showing us his chaser prowess. And yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like any doubts about his performance have been pretty much squashed on this one, Robo.
Definitely. Uh, I don't know. I haven't personally played against Banthanor, at least not in an L7 or in sixes matches. But definitely, when people talk about Banthanor, they make it sound like he's the boogeyman. And from the looks of it, it looks like he's back for sure.
Hell yeah, Bantanor is back, and he used to be a keeper and used to protect the hoops. Now he is a really good goal scoring chaser and is piercing those hoops, just putting that waffle in. And definitely DQC also has to take note of that, right? Like Bantanor has been a part of so many offensive plays in general for Thin Ice that they have to be on the lookout, right? They have to be, where the hell is Bantanor right now? Most of the game, I would say, like the chasers.
Yeah, if they're able to go ahead and just uh feel like if they do go ahead and stop Anthony or they from scoring, definitely they'll definitely have a much higher chance of win. But also, you can't forget also about Tux out there who's very good at scoring as well, moving the quaffle upfield and just going ahead and just getting the quaffle in and just making plays.
Yeah, given what we've seen, definitely Chintasu, Tux, and Bantanor is looking to be one of the better chaser cores of the whole World Cup division. Um, to be fair, I'm noticing we really have a lot of coded chaser cores in the World Cup division, and this is definitely one of them, right? Like Chintasu, Tux, Bantanor. What a great group of skilled and just really, really amazing chasers.
Definitely.
But hey, DQC also got 3 scores in past Lina. So let's Groovy, Saffron, Chad, T Dreams, Dynamite Gob, Warden. They are also some amazing chasers in their own right. So let's see if they can make the fine tuning that they need to stop this goaded streak of Panthenor goals, because they definitely, I feel like they gotta support CompuGamer just a bit more in the chaser game as well.
Yeah, definitely. If they're able to go ahead and just support a little bit more defensively for Compu, then not not let them go ahead and drive as hard as the nice is somewhat able to first game, then they'll definitely be in the fight.
And we are loading into Ilvermorny once again. We are loading into Flyer's favorite map. That is his home field, and we will see match two between Thin Ice and DQC. Will the ice melt? Will DQC push through or get crushed by the pressure? We will see. We will find out really soon in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Match two, DQC versus Thin Ice. And Flyrish already on Jaegard's tail, as we're gonna see most of the match. Robo Flyrish definitely likes to go up, just be on the trail of the Seeker most of the game, right?
Yeah, he definitely does. He loves to put that second perk in the second tree to use for sure. And it looks like we're getting the bloody hell here.
And we get a bloody hell. Probably maybe a disconnect or a ping issue. Usually this map is not banned, but we will see maybe something happen with one of the players.
I don't think Jagar loaded back in. He might have got DC'd. I didn't see his name pop up at least, so I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, well, it was early enough that I think that this is just like an honest situation, and by every restart, yeah, Jay dropped. We got a confirmation from Groovy
Yeah.
Games that Jay got dropped, and they got a poor rando. Imagine, dude, if the rando had to go up against Thin Ice, I don't think they would have a really good time. That's probably a refund in the making. So, yeah, thankfully that rando is not gonna play against Flyrish, against fucking Dementor, against all of them. So
Yeah, definitely. And then we seen in the lineup earlier for Thin Ice, Dementor. Dementor is definitely a really good seeker. He plays one of those off builds that, usually catches a lot of people by surprise, but he definitely makes it work for himself. And, just going ahead and it's a lot of for him, I guess, positioning to where
I think he runs 352, right?
yes, as far as I can recall, yes, he runs a 3-5-2, going ahead and staying well away from the snitch and just going ahead and just making sure that his beard is able to put in work for him and will work when he can and then just going ahead and capitalizing on those, right?
Yeah, for sure. The mentors are really good seeker as well. And that 352, like you say, an off field, but he somehow makes it work, right? Like it allows him to be a bit more further away from the snitch. But he definitely makes it work. It's going to be a really good matchup, J Card versus the mentor. We've seen it a lot on Q6. And honestly, I feel like it's one of those matchups where anyone can catch. And it also is going to come down a lot of to like the beaters, the keepers, and even hero kick timing, right? Like when the teams get those scores, and that can also influence the seeker rate.
Mhm. Definitely.
But we are getting ready to see game two, Thin Ice versus DQC. Are we gonna get a game three? Is the ice gonna remain strong? We're gonna find out in three, two, one. Let's go with Flyrish going for J-Guard as the match starts. He is gonna throw a bludger at him. We will see, and he gets the hit, an early hit for Flyrish, and he goes for the tackle, but he doesn't land it. J-Guard is getting definitely pressured by Flyrish, and he gets the tackle in. J-Guard is super low on health. Another bludger, Jaeger dodges. He needs to stay alive, but he goes down less than 30 seconds into the match, which means that, the elimination, the early ones aren't like as decisive, but still, this is a show of intentions. Robo like Flourish is out for blood.
Definitely. Being able to go ahead and get that early kill on a seeker is definitely momentous for the mentor. But right now, oh, and he gets another tackle in too, right there. Yeah, that's a situation it's definitely hard to come back from, but I'm very sure that Jay can go ahead and do that as long as he's able to stay evasive and figure out Flourish's I guess beater pattern, so to speak, right?
Absolutely. He definitely has the talent to make up for that difference. We will see if Jay Gard can do it or if he needs a life insurance because everybody saw him. We saw him get kicked by Lina as well, but he survived. He got that HP regen, and OTP is disrupting Flyrish right now. The beater duel, the battle of the beaters. We will see how it goes. But right now, the stage advantage is on Thin Ice's side. We saw Tux also put a score in to make it 10-0. Thin Ice on the lead, but T Dreams is going on the attack. We will see if he can get a score in, but Shintasu gets a tackle. Go Tasu, as some people call her. She's going on the attack with Tux by her side, but she shovels it, a loose shovel. So Warden has it now. We'll see if DQC can make up that difference, a 10-point difference. And Flyrish just keeps trailing J-Guard, waiting for that perfect moment to tackle Robot.
Yeah, definitely. Flourish is, as I would personally say, lurking to for the kill like a shark, right? And he's definitely he's really on him right now. I think they really need to go ahead and find a way to put a lot more maybe potentially put a little bit more chaser pressure onto Flourish. But as you can see right now, yep, Flash is taking his okay, yeah, making sure that he doesn't get and he gets an elimination OT. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely gonna be
OTP
major.
goes down and Flourish, like you say, is like a shark going after Jagard. We can even hear that soundtrack. Dun on, dun on. Jagard is 1 HP. The shark smells blood, but he gets hit. Flourish gets hit, so he lost track of Jagard for a second there. Jagard is super low on HP, but he is on his hoops, so he's a bit safer now. He gets a dodge in, still red HP, no regeneration. He's getting that regeneration, but he gets tackled right as he was getting it, so he
It
didn't
goes
die.
down.
Yeah, he didn't die, and the bars are super close now. I feel like DQC is actually making up for that difference on the snake. Oh, and Flourish goes down, but Jaeger gets hit. This is gonna be a crazy one.
Yeah, definitely. We see a lot of violence and a lot of downs going on right now. So, we definitely, I personally love to see something like this.
Absolutely. We love close seeker races with a lot of violence, with a lot of dodges, with a lot of keeper kicks and keeper missed kicks as well. And we are going to see who charms this snitch with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. This is actually going to be a late catch for anyone who catches. We may be seeing, like, if the next snitch takes this long, this could actually be a one catch game. Uh, and that would be insane for sure. But we are getting closer to that catch. The mentor is getting close to that snitch. J-Guard is fighting and flying for his life. He's getting closer there. Thin Ice has a small lead on the snitch. Jagar gets hit. He gets tackled as well. The mentor is going for the catch, but he gets tackled as well. They are both going for the snitch. They are both charming it. We'll see who
And
gets the charmed
Hector
catch.
goes down,
Oh
and Jay
shit,
goes
but Jaggard
down.
as well. They both go down. No one could charm the snitch. And Flourish goes down as well. And you go down, and you go down, and you go down, and everyone goes down except OTP, the remaining beater. And now they are back again, back at it. We will see who gets it. I think we are witnessing a one catch game with a 20-0 scoreboard on the chaser side of things, which means that this snitch is essential for both teams to get to game three if you're DQC or to win the series if you're Thin Ice. Jagar is going in for that catch. He's getting closer to it. The bars are super close. The mentor is also close to it. We're going to see if he gets a bump. Jagar is going for it. He's going to blue hoops. Copy Gamer may get a kick. He gets the catch. Jagar gets it and makes it 30-20 for DQC. They are now winning the match. And for the first time in this series, I think, they are on the lead against Thin Ice. And what an amazing race from Holy.
Holy moly, yeah. This is definitely something I expected to see uh in this game, or at least this series of games, right? They are just going ahead and putting out violence wherever they can. Somebody hits somebody, right? It's just a lot of almost all six heads going ahead and, locking in together and saying, we need this snitch no matter what, like I said earlier, right?
Absolutely, the stage proved to be essential in this one, and we saw the mentor go down. OTP locked in, OTP putting his name on the pitch, on the elimination chart, and now Jagar has a huge lead, but with only 1 minute left, is there enough time to catch? As Saffron puts a score in, making it 40-20, a really important score. So now Thin Ice needs two chaser goals to win this match or a stage catch. It seems that the QC may take this one as Flourish goes down. CompuGamer puts the foot of his own foot on Flourish and eliminates him. And with 35 seconds left, Robo, I think we are going to game three.
Looks of it right here. But anything can happen within these next 20 seconds. I mean, it's technically not possible, but it is always possible in my mind.
Never say never. Never say never. With 17 seconds left, the catch is getting close. Are we gonna see the mentor pull off the most clutchest comeback catch in history with 8 seconds left? It seems unlikely. 5 seconds. The siege bars are close, but I think this match is pretty much over. And DQC takes it 40-20 in an amazing snitch race that lasted like 65 or 70% of the match, and Jager got the catch to put his team over, and now we are 1-1. Thin Ice versus DQC. What a freaking series, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I love the way that Jagar and Demento were able to just fight going ahead, fighting through everything, and Jagar obviously coming out with that catch was just absolutely amazing. That's what we love to go ahead and see. A lot of times at Seeker, and you're put in those situations, not only everything is going through your head, it's just, a lot of like just everything. Everybody wants to hit you. All the keepers want to go ahead and put you at half health. It's very intense. But I think it's pretty dope the way that at least one Seeker will more than likely catch it, right? As this game is designed. So it was definitely a really good game. I would love to go ahead and see something like that happen again, right?
Listen, Rishi say 65 euros for what? I don't know what he's referencing, but yeah, okay, Rishi. But no, this was a super close match. Both teams did really well. I cannot imagine. I wish I had been a fly on DQC's voice chat. That must have been insane with all the pressure, with how close the stage was, with the essential, how essential it was for them to take the match. Because if Tina got that snitch, that was probably gonna be it, right? So that voice chat was probably going insane at all times, and especially when the catch happened. So shout out to Jagar for one of the most clutch catches, probably right now the most clutch catch we have seen in season 3, the charm season. So Jagar, congratulations, you charmed that snitch, bro.
Personally, I've gone against Jagar a multitude of times, and that right there was one of some of the best Seeker performances I've seen from him, and like maybe not a long time, but definitely one of the best I've seen.
For sure, and something that cannot be discounted, especially for seeker mains. We all feel this, right? Like you have to manage the pressure, you have to manage the tunnel vision. That sometimes when the snitch is so close to catch and your team really needs it, it can be very easy to be like, okay, I'm going for the catch, and I'm gonna spam the catch button, and just gonna go for it. But that can get you tackled by chasers, by the meter, keeper kicked, and stuff. So you have to play smart. And I feel like um, both the mentor and Jagard showed that they can definitely play under pressure. That was an amazing seeker race.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, one to watch for sure.
Something I wanted to go ahead and go over was the Quaffle game, right? They were able to Thin Ice was able to go ahead and keep you know well, both sides were almost able to go ahead and keep them very low scoring, right? And just hammering out that secret game for sure. I thought it was definitely awesome. And like just going ahead for Saffron to just go ahead and score in the midst of all of that was going on, taking an opportunity where he needed to was definitely major, especially in this win.
For sure, in a high pressure situation like that, it's definitely very important to keep your cool, to keep your calm, and to make the best strategy decisions for your team, which TKC definitely did. I don't know how many people expected a game 3 on this matchup, but I'm really happy. I'm really glad that we're getting it. Both teams are really star-studded teams. Both teams have familiar faces, some returning goats, some new goats. Just beautiful showcase of skill all around. And what do you think, Robo? Do you think that we're gonna see another, closely tight game, score wise, maybe low scoring, or do you think that we're gonna see maybe one of the teams just come out and just bash on the other team? I don't know. Like I would think it's gonna remain close no matter what. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, I think it's going to be straight up violence on both sides of the pitch. We're more than likely going to see a replay of game two. I know for a fact DQC has a lot of heart. Thin Ice has a lot of heart as well. Just going ahead and just sitting out there, and there's about to be a fight out there, right? And and hopefully, either one could really win this one, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a bloodbath, especially when it comes to the Seeker race, to the beaters, Flyrish versus OTP, two very good beaters going up against each other. And OTP has shown that he can get Flyrish down, that he can get some really good hits on the mentor as well. But Flyrish also the shark in the water, right? He has
Yeah,
been trailing Jagard the entire series, and he has gotten him on really low HP more than a few times. So in that sense, Jagard just has to stay alive. He has to withstand that violence against him.
definitely. Just going ahead and trying to dodge everything is definitely as a secret is really difficult, but as long as you know go ahead and manage your dodge strafes and whatnot, and just going ahead and making sure that just keep it calm for real. So I don't know what else to talk about, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And we are loading into game three, Ilvermorny once again. And we are going to see game three in the series, DQC versus Thin Ice. Is the ice going to finally melt? Is DQC going to use their Dumbledore magic to win this one? We're going to see. Get ready, buckle up, get your popcorn, get seated, and three, two, one, let's go. We're going to see the final match in the series, this amazing series between DQC and Thin Ice, and we see Banthanor taking the offensive again, like in game one, but Warden gets a tackle in, he gets it to Saffron, and they are definitely doing well as a start with that tackle, and now Saffron's going on the attack. We see Dogs trying to Banthanor actually got a tackle, and now they are on the attack. Chintasu as well. They don't have a defensive chaser, if I'm not mistaken. They may get a score in, and they get it in. Chintasu, Tasu, wearing her fancy uniform, and she gets it in to make it 10-0, Rob.
Yeah, definitely. Keeping a defensive chaser is, you know, going ahead is very important just to make sure that to cover areas where, you know, your keeper may or may not lack at, right?
Absolutely. And T Dreams got it in to make it 10-10. DQC is also swinging. They are both going at it. The Seeker race is in favor of Sinais for now, but we know that OTP can get some hits in, Flourish as well. As long as Jaeger stays alive, they still have a shot to turn this around for sure. Jaeger is low on HP. We see Tux trying to get a tackle, I think, against him, but he misses. And now Warden is going on the attack. Tries to get another tackle in, just trying to disrupt the Seeker game. But Warden puts a score in and makes it 20-10. DQC is winning this one so far. The Stitch race is in favor of Thin Ice, but the scoreboard says that DQC is winning this one for now.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, it's looking really solid on the chaser game for DQC right now. So just going ahead and, you know, putting that quaffle in there and then just, you know, uh going ahead and you know just scoring as much as possible against these two really goated keepers right now.
For sure. They saw what happened in game two, and I think that both teams are trying to prevent that from happening and are trying to like secure the chaser game and get some scores in for that snitch insurance as well. As we see Tux taking the ball, he's going towards CompuGamer and he tries a shovel shot and he whiffs it, he misses. Tux misses and CompuGamer has the ball now. He kicks it out for Warden. Banthor goes for the tackle and misses. Now Warden is going for the attack. T-Dreams has the quaffle. He's going to score against Lina. He may score. We'll see if he can get it in, but no, he doesn't get it in so far. Oh, I'm corrected. He gets it in to make it 30-10, and DQC is winning the chaser game, but the snitch is being charmed by Thin Ice Robo.
Hopefully, you know, with elite like this, you know, you're gonna have to go ahead and depend on a little bit more chaser pressure for the secret game if you're on DQC right now. So going ahead and just, you know, putting pressure on
Yo,
that,
I
and
think
then
the
show.
mentor got tackled, dude.
Ooh,
DQC, no, 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 yes, DQC's on the lead now. Denji has been eliminated by OTP. Denji went down, and DQC could get the snitch, this huge snitch that could secure the match for them. As with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, Jagar may get that catch. That would be a huge catch. They're winning 30-10 on Chaser game. Jagar goes wide, and Tidrims puts it in to make it 40-10. Is DQC gonna take it? He gets bumped.
gets bumped.
Everyone is on Jagar like a shark in the water. Everyone's trying to take that last bite out of Jagar. That he's gonna go for the catch. Can Denji get a bump in? This will be huge for them. This could make the match theirs and the whole series as well. Jagar is trying so hard to charm that snitch, but he gets pummeled by everyone. Denji as well. Jagar dodges a bludger. The bars are super close. Jagar is going in. He's going in red hoops. Careful with the kick. And he's going for the catch. Denji may get it. He gets a bump in. He gets tackled. Is he gonna get it? He gets a catch, bro. He gets another tackle again. Oh my god. Tots is waiting for tackles. When Jagar goes down, a huge bludger by Flyrish, like a shark on the water. Now the mentor is in prime position to charm the snitch and to make it 40-40. TQC had it so close. They could have secured the match with that catch, but they are getting it thin ice. Denji gets the catch in to make it 50-40 as Warden got a score in, and this has been a really, really close match, Robo.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, that's it. That pressure was absolutely insane. We saw bodies drop, like literally from left to right. It was just whew, a lot, a lot going on there.
Yeah, huge catch from Denji with all that pressure in him, on him, and now 50-40 for DQC still though, and the chaser goals are still super important. We have 2 minutes, 1 minute actually, and 57 seconds left. So I would say we can still get a catch for sure. But if the beaters keep dishing out violence as they have been, never say never that this could also be a one catch game. We will see how it goes, Robo.
Yeah, definitely right here. Uh, hopefully, DQC can go ahead and make those scores that they were doing earlier in the first half. Just going ahead and putting up scores right now, man. Uh, this is a decent timing for Jagar right here on the snitch. So definitely in favor right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Komi can get that hero kick out. Chintasu had a score with her elegant outfit. She's been wearing casual clothes in Q6, so she dresses up fancy for the matches. And now Jagar is going wide, but the bars are super close. Anything can happen with 1 minute left. This catch is going to be of the essence. Really think that whoever catches this one just takes the match home. I don't think any team can score 3 waffle goals right now. The bars are really close. OTP versus Flyrish, Denji versus J-Guard. We are getting close to catch. Huge dodge by J-Guard, dodging the tackle from Flyrish. The bars are still super close. They are going to red. J-Guard goes wide to avoid that keeper kick from Lina, and the bars are still close with 30 seconds left. We may go to sudden death if things remain like this. Is it worth it for a chaser to just grab the quaffle and get a score in? It could be, but the bars are super close with 20 seconds left. We're gonna get a catch. Flyrish is close, Jagar is close, then he's
And
close, and
Jagar
Jagar
wins
gets
it.
it in. Jagar gets it, and Dumbledore's Quidditch Club, DQC, gets it and makes it 80-50. The Dumbledore's magic melted the thin ice. Incendio, and in a beautiful series with a crazy, crazy ending, DQC takes it 80-50. And oh my god, what a series, what a showing. Holy.
Yeah, this was definitely a game to not miss. This was a lot of violence, a lot of plays out there being made by DQC's chasers, keepers, and also, their seeker and beater for sure, going ahead and just finishing out greatly. And that, and best believe, Thin Ice has definitely, and taking down and then taking down Thin Ice, it requires, just a lot of fortitude to where you're keeping a lot of pressure on them and just enough pressure to go ahead and put those scores in, right? And also finishing on that snitch. That was an immaculate job. Great job, DQC.
What an amazing series we've seen. I would probably say that this is probably the most just because of everything that's happened. Like this is the so far probably the most goated series we've seen so far in the Charmed season. So this is the Charmed series so far. So many great plays, so many great players, so many crazy moments and turnarounds of the match, from one team winning to the other. And Jagar definitely showed up. Shout out to him. Shout out to OTP as well. And Flourish and Denji, the mentor, they also did really well. It's just been a really close, amazing series of matches. But DQC has shown something. The giant can bleed. Thin ice, the ice can melt, and they made it melt on this match. But never say never against a huge team like Thin Ice. They can definitely recover, and they may actually thank you B1, they may actually recover really soon, because stay tuned guys, we're about to see Thin Ice versus Obscure Quidditch Club. Robo, what are your thoughts? Like, are the Giants gonna bleed out a bit more, or do you think they're gonna use this match to be like, you know what, this was a one-off, we are gonna cook now?
Well, if I'm Thin Ice right now, I would think to go ahead and just go ahead, shake this off, really just look at what really happened there, and then just, at least take a 5 to 10 minute breather, really understand what happened, process it, and then just go ahead and just hit Obscure Quitters Club as hard as possible. Like if I was on Thin Ice, that's how I'm thinking right now, personally.
Yeah, definitely they gotta shake it off fast. It's never easy to have two matches in a row, and definitely, I mean, I feel like the emotional side, like the morale side of things can influence sometimes. But in this case, I think that Thin Ice has so many experienced players, players who have been who are battle tested in the hardest of battlefields. Players that played season one's finals, season two's finals, that have played the 5v5 tourneys, have played finals in 1v1 Seekers. So I would say that in this case, I think that Thin Ice is going to be able to have the resilience needed to just be like, okay, guys, let's brush it off, let's move on, and new match. Let's we start from zero, and let's not take this loss with us.
Say that one more time, Neo.
Oh, basically that Thin Ice is battle tested and experienced enough that they're not gonna get this loss shake them up.
Hello.
Okay, cool. We're muted.
the ice started to melt a bit, but it holds strong with so many goated players. But now the obscurity, the obscure magic, the arcane arts are gonna go up against that thin ice when we see thin ice versus obscure Quidditch Club for season 3 of League 7, the charmed season. And I'm here with the one, the great, the only Winford. What's up, dude?
What is going on? I'm excited. What a series last game, and now Thin Ice is looking to rebound and hopefully make a big comeback and kind of, not go 0-2 for the day. I'm excited to see what happens. This is super exciting. I was on the edge of my seat the entire last series, and
It was a crazy series.
I am so excited to see what happens here.
For sure, last series was insane. The intensity was up there the entire time. And, DQC got an amazing win, a huge win against Thin Ice. But you know what they say, the Giants are never down for long. So I think they will be up and ready for this second matchup, second fight against Obscure Quidditch Club, a team that played in Tri-Wizard Division last season, but now have a good litmus test to see how they're gonna fare in the World Cup division. They have some really good players like Odarina, like Life Size Midget on Keeper, Sayuni, Eddie Rani, Key, Black. Yeah, they added a lot of really good players to the roster. They added Gardnet, the goal scorer from Rim Reapers last season. Black Rose, a really good seeker that was in Dumbledore's Army in season 2. Unknown Key, formerly my teammate as Wing Guardians, and last but not least, a polarizing figure in the community, but an amazing seeker and player in his own right. I'm talking about Rajon. So Winford, what do you make of this roster? Like, what are your thoughts about it?
Honestly, I really like it. I think that Thin Ice, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't compete in they haven't really competed until this season prominently as of recent Quidditch. So I
Yeah,
think
they were
what
only
we
season
see,
one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I think Obscurus is a lot of people that are still involved with the game, primarily play it. Like for example, names that come to mind, like you see a lot of Ardiana. Um, who else on here? Key, we see Key a ton and stuff like that, and have been kind of queuing even through some of the drier droughts and player count in the game. So I think that this is kind of like a club that is really fresh, a really good team that has a really good opportunity to kind of take down one of the well-known giants from season 1. Now, I will say Thin Ice, they always kind of have a clutch factor about them that cannot be discredited whatsoever. I feel like Thin Ice really comes through and prevails when they need to. And I think stepping up after a big, like a really tough loss, I think that is completely in their wheelhouse, and we could easily see a bounce back here. But again, with some fresh faces on Obscurus, it's looking like a little bit of a dice roll. But we'll see if Thin Ice can um, put on the gas and maybe take away some of that chance there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna see an amazing match for sure. And I mean, Obscurus is also facing Thin Ice after a Thin Ice loss. We will see if that makes Thin Ice, come out swinging from the first second of the match. They probably will either way. But Obscurus has to handle that pressure. Rajon is probably gonna be their seeker with Eddie Rani as beater, or maybe Odarina, one of the best chasers in Dry Wizard last season, if not the best outright. She is making a switch, so she may beat for them. And they also have Unknown Key as chaser, Gardner as chaser, Anna Wong. They have some options there. Even Black Rose, I saw him play chaser recently. So I don't know. There are definitely a lot of options there. Um, what would you think is the key for Obscurus here to try to take this victory? Should they focus a bit more on Seeker, maybe more on Chaser game? Like, what are your thoughts about that, Winford?
So for the last series with Thin Ice versus like
DQC.
that team, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a game! Me and Lysa were actually talking about it, kind of commentating on the side in the Crazy Comms channel, and I'll tell you what is the big factor that really made the difference was Jay getting those first catches. In the games where Jay got the first catch, it set the tone right for their team, and it created the momentum that they needed to take down the giant that is Thin Ice. And I think that the first snitch catch is going to be absolutely pivotal in setting a good tone for the rest of the match. So I think if Obscurus can catch this first snitch, I think you're looking at a really good opportunity. So I think we'll see um, that first snitch catch being the pivotal factor going into this first game. Who can set that tone?
Absolutely. And I would say that something to also take into account is Banthanor. We saw him get a plat medal on Chaser's course on game one. So really the threat of Thin Ice is on every facet of the game for sure. But I fully agree with you that Obscurus needs to secure that first snitch that will determine the tone of the match. Because if they are down the snitch, then they're definitely going to try to get that second one, put more pressure in. That may allow, Chintasu, Banthanor, Tugs, Yukio, if he plays this one, just to go ham and get some scores in for Thin Ice. So they really have to manage that balance as well and not let, life size Midge get hounded by the Thin Ice chasers, right? They also have a really good chaser core there.
And I think too, like a big thing as well is the fact that you're not farming heroes anymore. Like the chasers are playing the game. Like it is a scoring competition. It's allowing these chaser cores to really come in and take over and show their stuff and make an impact. I mean, just in our last game with Wholesome Comms, I mean, we had like a chaser core that allowed us to not have to worry about the second snitch catch. You know, we had the snitch insurance, and you saw that in I think it was game one with Then I in the
Yeah,
last series
game
as
one.
well.
Yeah, game,
Yeah.
game one. That was a really good matchup as well. And yeah, we may see something similar here where the snitch catch for either team can determine the fate of the match. And also the chaser scores, right? But I would say Obscurus, coming from the Triwizard division, they played against the Nimbus Nighthawks and got a win last match. Um, no, wait, that was the bad Dwagons. My bad. I'm not sure. Don't remember which one was Obscure. Oh, they played DQC. Obscures just played DQC last week. The team that won against Thin Ice, and now they're playing Thin Ice. So they are definitely starting the season with two really, really tough matchups, but they can definitely show up and do it, right, Winford?
I love that. And and I think that that kind of is a testament to how good season 3 has kind of gotten. In season 1, we saw a lot of powerhouse lineups, a lot of different things. I think now going into season 3 and in the start of this match here, these games are close, they're wild, they're chaotic, and you don't know who is going to win. You can try to predict it all day long, but as we can see as a testament to last series, anything can happen. And as we approach game 1, we are going to see what that really means. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, and we're going to Ilvermorny once again to see this match, game one, between Obscure Quidditch Club and Thin Ice. We will see if the ice remains strong or if the dark magic of Obscures, the obscurity, the obscure arts can win this series with Bantanor going for a score, but he gets tackled. And so far, we see that the Seeker for Obscure's region has already taken a hit. I think he was low on HP. Um, but yeah, right now they're coming out swinging, and Gurnet gets the score. He doesn't get it in. He tried the bounce shot, but Lina was there and he missed the shot. Both teams are coming out strong. Winford.
This is looking interesting already. Both teams kind of presenting kind of like a little bit of a stalemate. This is even as it gets right now. The chaser games are going back and forth. Possession is changing one or the other. Banthanor is trying to find his place here, make his mark. He's taking a little bit more of a defensive stance as we can see that he's approaching the chaser. Looking at Rajan here, who is seemingly having a smooth ride as well. But it is Tux on Seeker, which is going to be an interesting choice. But they are going back and forth. It is 50-50. Unknown Key with the opening goal, setting the tone right now for Obscurus, this is actually looking pretty interesting, but that snitch catch is going to be really pivotal here. Banthorn now with the quaffle making his way down the pitch. He's kind of pulling it back, looking to get the reins down. A long pass over to
What
Lena.
a
Let's see
huge
what
pass.
happens. Yeah, what a pass. Back into the middle here, looking for an offensive push. Again, the snitch race is looking pretty 50-50. Can Benthanor convert? And he does, tying it up. But it is a stalemate right now going into 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left, and the game is really intense. 10-10, they are tied in chaser game, and the Seeker bars are getting closer to that catch. So the Arena gets the quaffle. She makes a pass, but they one timer it, I think, and Arena gets it again. The Seeker bars are super close. Soon enough, we will see hopefully one of the Seeker perspectives or beaters. Yeah, we are going there. And we are seeing Union bitter. He gets flourished down. A huge elimination. The Seeker bars are super close. Tux on Seeker now. It's not Denji, it's not the mentor, it's Tux. And the bars are super close. We will see if Rayon can get some bumps in. Arena and Key go for Tux as Rayon keeps trailing the snitch. Tux is getting pummeled, but he gets the catch. And he makes it 40-10 for Thin Ice. What a crazy catch considering that Obscures was on the lead a lot of time there, Winford.
Yeah, that was insane. Again, Thin Ice coming out strong, setting that tone with that first snitch catch. That is absolutely massive. Tux really pulled it out there, but I mean that could have been anybody's catch. So this is close. A second snitch catch might be able to tie this back up for them, but the chasers are going to have to put in some work, and they are. Oh my gosh, what a goal. 40-20. I mean, this is still anybody's game with 4 minutes left. What a shot here. Lena looking to pass out. Banth setting up in the middle of the pitch here, looking to get something down for a good offensive push through. They're holding on to the quaffle, it looks like, but now they're making their way up down to the midfield. Banthanor gets it, looking to get an attack. If he gets this here, that's going to be a big point scored for them. They're looking to tackle, get possession back. And Snitch right now, Tux does have a little bit of a lead as we are making our way down the pitch. It looks like their offensive setup did not really fall through. Banthanor looking to take that mid position, which we're seeing him really sitting comfortably in. Pass win with possession. Now looking to pass back, looking to get options back out to the chasers here. Banthanor setting up mid, looking for another attack. And the snitch race is looking pretty rough as Tux is taking a strong lead here, approaching 3 minutes into the game.
Hell yeah, what a match we're witnessing. And Pasowen gets a score in to make it 50-20 for Thin Ice. And they also have a huge snitch lead right now. Rayon is doing everything he can, but it's not being enough so far. We will see if they can get some tackles in. Sayuni has to lock in. He got an elimination on Flyrish near the end of the first snitch race. We will see if he can get it again as Unknown Key is going for that score. He passes it, and Arena 26 gets it in to make it 50-30. And now the chaser match, the chaser game is actually in favor of Obscurus, 30-20, but that snitch catch by Tux makes it 50-30 actually. So Thin Ice, the ice holds strong against the obscure arts, and we will see if Banthanor passes to Shintasu or if he goes in for it and he makes a shovel shot or a pass. Shintasu gets it in. 60-30. I would say for that the snitch catch is essential for Obscurus right now. They have to make up the difference.
They really do, and they got some work to do to make sure that happens. Tux having a substantial lead here, but it just seems like what is going on is every time that it's seemingly Obscurus comes up with an answer, it looks like Thin Ice is just coming right back, just ensuring that a snitch catch would not make the difference in this game and that it would have to go into overtime. But Tux is just sweeping the meter right now, as I think it's Flyers that's locking in, just landing constant hits on Rajan, which is a big factor for them in this huge lead that they're dominating within the snitch race. But it looks like Banthanor here trying to find his angle, trying to find his shot, as this would basically ensure the lead, but it is swept away. I think it was Adriana that got broke it free there, but Tux with the grab. It is 90-30. And
90-30 for Thin Ice, and now the match seems to be decided, seems to be over. Obscurus got some scores in. They did well on the chaser game. They were even winning the chaser game at one point in the match, but Thin Ice remains strong, and they are winning 90-30 now with 1 minute left. It only remains to see what the final scoreboard is going to be, but game one is going the way of the Ice Giants of Thin Ice as Chintazo goes in to put one last score in, and Life Size Midget gets it. But what a match we saw, especially that first snitch was super close, and Obscures was definitely winning the chaser game, and they score again to make it 90 to 40. Once again, Winford, like we saw it in the Wholesome Comes series versus Bad Dwagons. Now we see it, we saw it again on DQC versus Thin Ice, and it's just, we're seeing teams that can definitely get a hit on the Giants. They just have to take it all the way.
Yeah, and also just not kind of like avoiding the elephant in the room here. I sense a little bit of hero farm as we're kind of passing it back to the keepers a little bit. So I wonder if that's kind of something that is on the line. Neo, I'm not too sure about what the current rule set is, as I don't really play in too much to the chaser game. But did you
Yeah,
get the sense that there was a little bit of hero farm going on there?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't right now. I wouldn't be able to say with certainty, but what I can say is that if they can prove that there was hero farming, if they have the bot, if they have the clip, if they have something that shows that, that would mean with the current rule set a 20-point penalty for one hero farm, and then I think the second penalty is worth 40 points. I personally cannot like confirm that I saw it. So it is definitely on the teams to be able to see the bot or to see their own POVs if they have recorded and be able to see if there was a hero farming.
10-4. Well, it looks like we're going to be heading into game 2 here, and I think that first snitch catch is going to be pivotal. Again, setting the tone for either team. It looks like what was the case is that there was about a 30-point gap after that first snitch catch that maintained until the second one. So I really think that this first snitch catch is going to be pivotal for Obscurus here, as we saw it again with Double Dorks setting the tone when Jay was getting those first snitch catches. If you can get that momentum swinging your way, I think that is going to be massive for Thin Ice.
For
But yeah,
sure.
King Gambit.
If I'm Obscurus, I'm just taken away from that series we saw by DQC versus Thin Ice that the Giants can bleed, So Thin Ice definitely took over game one. They definitely made a huge difference, especially in Seeker game, because Chaser game was actually, I think, tied or even in favor of Obscurus by 10 points. So the Chaser game was kind of on point for them. Now the Seeker game, they have to find a way to catch a snitch against Flyrish. And well, we saw Tux there. We may see Denji. We may see the mentor. We may even see Yukio if he's around. So if there's a thing Thin Ice has, it's options, right? Like they are such a stacked roster.
And I think that is one of one of my favorite parts that I'm excited to kind of see more as we watch more of these L7 season 3 games play out. Is these rosters have depth. There's a lot of familiar faces on each team, a lot of different options that these teams can pull from. For example, like playing with OTP on Dumbledore a lot, I kind of noticed that he will take that time in between these matches and really readjust. And I'm curious to see how how Obscurus is going to adjust in this game and see if they can change the game plan up a little bit and see if they can come out with a W. This is really where a team can collect and come out stronger with something different that may not be expected and be a big turning point. I would say that this is one of the biggest skills that a team can have is how well they can adjust. And now with the depth that these rosters have, it's going to be even more interesting to see what changes are going to be made in terms of positions, what players are playing what role, but also what actual changes on a position standpoint you're making. Is the beater going to play more seeker? Is the beater going to play more beater? Now, do they have to adjust to that on the fly if Thin Ice swaps out Tux for somebody else? What adjustments are being made behind the scenes? Are things going
Yeah,
to stay for Thin
definitely.
Ice?
Both roster changes and also strategy wise are super important, especially in a best of three, 2 or 3 game series. It is definitely important how the team is gonna, plan the strategy for game two. If they're gonna focus on Seeker just a bit more, because they did win the Chaser game, and if Obscurus hangs on to something, they should definitely hang on to that. So they can probably adjust a bit so they still win the Chaser game. but so they can support their seeker just the slight bit more support it needs. Rajon, however you want to say it, he was super close to catching that first snitch. If I'm not mistaken, it was really close. So they just need that slight push, that slight push to get it. And I feel like once, if they catch a snitch, then it's anyone's game, because Chaser game, they have proved that they can definitely go up against Chintasu, Tox, Panthanor, and just Thin Ice's Chaser core.
And I wonder here, as to my understanding, the meta of bumps is coming back for Seekers. There's a lot more Seekers are becoming more involved with the bump game. It used to be that 550 meta where people just were gliding around trying to get the fastest time possible, and basically it was up to the beaters in order to mitigate some of that meter. So,
Yeah,
and
no.
Rajan being one of the shining stars during that meta as well, I wonder if the bump meta is going to be, taking a toll on Rajan here, as we haven't seen a lot of his play with this new up and coming bump meta for Seekers. So, are the bumps going to be the deciding factor? And as a beater, when you're beating for Rajan there, trying to ensure that he catches the snitch, how do you play around that, and how does that look? So, I guess we're going to be finding out here in game 2. Again,
Yeah,
I'm
for
holding
sure.
strong in the
For sure,
idea.
550 is no more, dude. 550 is
Yes.
the remnant of a playstyle that is no longer meta. Shout out to Pumpkin, the last 550 seeker. And yes, right now the meta is definitely with bumps. 532 is probably the most common build right now. And as you say, Rajon was a goat back in 550 days, 550. Now we will see if he can bump his way to that catch against Tux once again. Tux and Flyrish versus Rajon, and I don't see the beater for Obscures yet. I don't know if it's Sayuni or if they are trying Old Arena there. That's also an option. But
Yeah,
in
I'm
any case,
excited.
this is an exciting match, right?
So I really think too is that Obscurus is going to have an opportunity here with this match. Now, Thin Ice does not look like they changed much. It looks like they're just going to be running straight out what they did last game. It's one of those simple ideas of, all right, we it worked, let's run it again. So now any changes that Obscurus made for this match as far as their game plan goes could potentially reveal a chink in the armor for Thin Ice here, as we could potentially see a different outcome. It is starting the exact same way, pretty much a stalemate here. Tux does have a bit of a lead, and Rajan is taking some damage. So it's really up to, I think this is going to be a big game for the beaters here, as Rajan is kind of getting dropped in meter very quickly. But it
Yeah,
does look like Key setting the tone with a good first score, first points on the board. This is looking interesting. About 5.5 minutes left into this game.
definitely. Obscurus puts it in. Unknown Key makes it 10-0 with Obscurus once again winning the Chaser game. But Banthanor, whoops, jinxed it. Caster Jinx. Banthanor scores and makes it 10-10 for Thin Ice. And now they are tied in the Chaser game, but the Seeker bars, Thin Ice has a comfortable lead, I would say. They have like a decent lead so far, but they are hounding Tugs. They are trying to get those tackles, those Chaser tackles, those Spear tackles, as Old Arena 26 gets a score in, makes it 20-10. The advantage is for the Dark Cards, for Obscure's Quidditch Club, and they are gonna get a hero kick. We will see how this works, if it works in Tux's favor, if Rayon gets hit. We will see if they hold that hero kick. Remember that we cannot farm, so the scores are more important than ever. And Banthanor gets it in, and now they are going towards those hoops. We'll see if they can get a hero again or as well. And the stage turns fast enough that that hero kick is not going to land. They're probably going to reserve it. But the stage parts are super close with a lead for Thin Ice win for.
I is sitting here watching Tux seeking, and I am just looking for bumps. This is all I am looking for. How is the bump game looking? Who's getting hit? Whatnot. Now they have exploited Tux here a little bit, getting him low a couple of times, but this is a very, very close snitch race. But Tux landing a crucial bump. Is the dodge going to be enough? Going into his own hoop. This is looking like a sure catch for Tux. What a catch! But I will say again, a very close snitch catch there, as it was about 99. This could be their game. Now they just have to make sure that they know that they could still win this if they pull out another snitch catch. This is still very much Obscurus's games. Gertnet putting out a great goal. It is 50-30 here. A snitch catch from Rajan would be absolutely massive. But again, just looking for the bump game. And if Rajan can hang, I think if he figures this out and Kane can win some of these bumps interactions and stay healthy, I think you're looking at a very good opportunity here. But it looks like Rajan is absolutely getting pummeled, and they're going to have an answer for it, as it is 60-30, and even a snitch catch for them would still tie up the game.
And we see a huge score by Chintazu, making it 60-30. And Rajon is low on HP. We see Eddie Rani on beater now. It's not Sayuni anymore. Osiris Eddie Rani. And he got an elimination on Flourish as well before the snitch catch, but it couldn't help his team get the catch. Tux got a huge bump, as Winford says. He got a huge bump right at the end to catch that snitch. And we see Tux now low on HP, and everyone's trying to hound him. We will see, oh, he's getting that regen in. We will see if he gets kicked. He doesn't get kicked, so he's going to get that regen. And now the stage bars are super close, but Chintazu scores again, making it 70-30 for Thin Ice. Now Obscurus needs to put at least one goal in and needs to catch that snitch to make it even, to make it a tight game with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. This match is still up in the air, but Obscurus needs to put the quaffle in, and they definitely need to get some hits in on Tux, even though their bar is higher right now. Rayon putting in the work, and it is working so far. He's going for the bump, and I think he got it. But as you say, Winford, the bumps are definitely huge on this race. They're going to be really important.
In the tempo here, Thin Ice has disrupted Obscurus's tempo. What you can see here is that you had China with the goal, and then then you have Banthanor being able to go and play on Rajan, and the Chasers are seemingly able to have the free time to go and play the Chaser game. This is looking really good for Thin Ice here, as they, after that first snitch catch, the tempo is completely in their favor. Chasers are able to prioritize other things. As you can see there, another hit on Rajan from Thin Ice's Chaser core. They are able to spend the free time and still convert. They are able to play defense and attack right now. This is just a complete tempo takeover, and Obscurus needs to answer something quick, and they need to figure out something here in this last minute and a half.
For sure, and that score was huge by Banthanor to make it 80-30. As Flourish goes down, Osiris gets Flourish once again, and Odarina gets a huge score with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Obscurus needs one more quaffle score, and they need that catch. The bar is super close for them. They may actually get it. Rajon may actually get the catch. He's going for it. Can he charm that snitch? We will see if he can charm it. He's going in for the charm as Tux is building meter, but Rajon goes in. He may get it. He gets it in.
What
80-70.
a catch.
Gets the catch. An amazing catch to make this match 80-70, 10-point difference. And now Obscurus needs to lock in on that quaffle game. Flourish is going to be focusing quaffle. Eddie Rani is going to be focusing quaffle. Everyone's going to be focusing quaffle, because one more score means we go to sudden death. We will see if Odarina can get it, but Chintazu takes the ball, and she's going to go for that score to secure the match. She may get it in. Dice Smith is waiting for it. Chintazu goes in. She doesn't get it. She whiffs it. And they take it out. Odarina passes it to Gernet. Gernet is going for it. He gets bludgeoned, and now Bantanor's in possession with 15 seconds left. We may have seen the last score of this match already. The Banthanor tries to secure it again. Obscurus tries to go for the quaffle. Banthanor just plays keep away. He's keeping the quaffle away from everyone. Unknown Key gets the tackle, but now the game with 3 seconds left is over. 80-70 for Thin Ice. But what an amazing showing for Obscurus Quidditch Club. What an amazing fight, and they should be proud. They took it up until the end, up until the very
We'll
last
say
second.
this, is that if there's an instant replay to be had, to those that were just watching Flourish's POV there, I think everybody saw it. What a play by throwing the bludger out on their one offensive attack that they had an opportunity for. No chasers by. Flourish throws the bludger, anticipating the pass forward, and shuts it down. Pretty much dismantling their one opportunity for the attack to tie that up and go into OT. What a play. When you let the beaters loose on the chaser game, anything can happen. It was a whole different game. What a end. And Thin Ice prevails, winning the series. GG. That was insane.
Absolutely, GG's to both teams. The ice remains strong, the ice holds strong, but the dark arts of Obscurus, the obscure magic, they put up an amazing performance, especially in game two. No, actually, in both games, they took Chaser Game in game one, but the Seekers, the Seeker in Thin Ice Dogs, he caught both niches to take that game one, and game two was super close. I would say that Obscurus definitely a team to watch. They have a lot to take out from this game, but one of the things they have to take out is that they can do it. They can take on any team. They just have to fine tune some things. But that was an amazing performance against the Giants that are Thin Ice. Amazing matches today, guys. What an amazing set of series we've seen.
That was insane. GG's all around the board. Thin Ice, congratulations on the bounce back. That was insane. Obscurus, though, what a game. Fought to the very end there, 80-70 on the last game to secure the series for Thin Ice. What good plays all around the board. Everybody, I think, has something to take away back into the locker room. That was quite a set of matches there today.
Absolutely. And a quick reminder, well, first of all, thank you to all the subs, to all the followers, to everyone that tunes in on League 7 to watch the matches. We hope that you're having as much of a blast as we're having casting and watching these amazing displays of Quidditch, some high quality Quidditch in this. And also a reminder of the prize pool. For everyone who is competing in League 7, we have $500 to the World Cup Newts winner, like to the team that wins the entire season, who wins the Newts. They are gonna get $500, 5 G's. Well, not G's, Jesus grants, I think, but they're gonna get $500. And to the Tri Wizard, the Owls winner. So not the entire thing, but just the Owls, the regular, league thing. They are gonna well, I don't know if the Tri Wizard has Newts. Okay, well, whatever. Just the Owls winner is gonna get $300, and then they're gonna get $200. We have a prize pool of $200 for the Tri Wizard Owls top scoring team. So it, Tri Wizard teams, whether you're winning or losing, always go for those scores, always go for those niches, and you may just end up with $200 to give your teammates and yourself, even if you don't win the entire thing. So thank you to the anonymous donor, because we love playing Quidditch, but I guess we also love money, so we for some a very nice prize pool on this season.
Yeah, and please feel free to join if you want to get involved. I see a lot of returning faces in the community coming and checking out this League 7. I see a lot of y'all's names in chat here. It is open. It is open. Like, come and hang out with us. Come participate in events. Come queue. Yeah, it is very welcoming. A lot of returning players here this season. So if you are thinking about getting your feet wet again and getting involved into Quidditch, come on down. Drop League 7 a follow as well. It would, if you want to stay reminded for whenever we go live and do more broadcasting of these matches. If you had fun and if you just want to keep track, feel free to join in. I think you know how to do it. Just click on the Discord links, etc., etc. But there is very much, the community is hot right now. A lot of stuff going on as we are a little over a year since release. So if you are on the fence, the game is more alive than ever. It's the same. I got a lot of the same vibes that we had very early on. It is fun. So drop
Yeah,
the
the
channel a
game
follow.
is as alive as always. We are keeping it alive, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Winford, for joining the commentating. You goat. We saw some amazing series today. Bad Dwagons versus Wholesome Comes, Thin Ice versus DQC, and Thin Ice versus Obscurus. Any last shoutouts, Winford, that you'd like to give, or any info you want to share with the community?
I'm still like a little like spun over. I'm telling you that bludger out, that Flyer sent, that was insane to stop the pass opportunity from it going into OT. I can't get over that. That was such a 5-head play. But
Definitely one of the highlights. Definitely one of the highlights.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. That was insane. Yeah, but W's all around. Yeah, I see like a lot of y'all again. Please come back. It is more competitive and it is going strong. It is still hot over here on the pitch.
Hell yeah. So everyone queue up, play up, join a team, and we will see you on the pitch for sure. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you all on the next one. See you later.